Just like he removed fuel subsidy, Tinubu shocks Nigerians again as he sets to stop importation of these products. So he wants to stop some products from being imported to Nigeria the same way he stopped fuel subsidy. So what surprises that, and how would that affect the value of naira and the local market as well? We need to understand before we jubilate. The way APC government is going is the more you look, the less you see. So when they bring anything to the public, you need to screen it very well before you start jubilating. But let's see exactly what federal government want to do here with these products they want to ban again. The federal government has announced that it is ready to provide subsidies for locally produced fabrics at the rare, and will also establish industrial hubs for the fabric across the country. Minister for Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Beta Edu, made this announcement during a visit to the Adire Mall in Abeokuta, Ogun State. She stated that the government is committed to boosting revenue for women selling the fabric and curbing its importation. So Minister Edu also assured local producers that the government would work to promote the fabric internationally. She stated that the government is committed to supporting the growth of the Adire industry and making the fabric known around the world. She added that this support would benefit market women selling the fabric as well as other small and medium enterprises involved in the production of Adire. So according to Minister Edu, the government should ban the importation of foreign made Adire products to further support local producers. She stated that this ban would provide an additional boost to the industry and the local market. She noted that the current influx of foreign made Adire products has placed additional pressure on local producers and retailers, and that this policy would help to level the playing ground. Can you imagine? So she said, we must prioritize local production to meet demand, and we don't want to sell fake Adire or those made in China and brought into Nigeria. Instead, we want to support our local producers to create jobs and boost the micro and macro economy. This will help Nigeria become a manufacturing nation rather than an importer. So the current situation is affecting exchange rates and other indicators in Nigeria. We will provide subsidies for Adire makers so they can produce high quality Adire for domestic use and export. I was delighted to hear that the governor and his team are planning to create hubs in Abuja where authentic Adire can be sold. This will promote Adire and Ogun State to the world. It would also be great to have these hubs in Nigeria or in Nigerian embassies around the world to promote the export of Adire. This would benefit local producers and would also increase Nigeria's foreign exchange earnings. This initiative would have a positive impact on the economy and create more jobs for people in Ogun State and beyond. So Adire is the main thing now. That is what they are trying to sell to us and sell to the world. So the Adire that is made in Nigeria is the original and should be supported, while the fake initiated or imitated version that is brought into the country should be eliminated. If we can provide support and subsidies to local producers and bring more people into the industry to meet the demand, we can achieve this goal. We believe that this will have a significant impact on reducing poverty and improving the lives of those involved in the industry. We are here in Ogun State to see how we can support the poor and help them become more self-sufficient and able to sustain their families. So after the training, we plan to hold a fashion show to promote Adire and help the local producers gain new customers. Adire is well known and loved around the world, so we believe that by supporting local producers or local production, we can help more people earn a living and support their families. We must continue to develop and expand this industry to meet the president's goal of lifting 50 million Nigerians out of poverty within the next 42 months. This will be a challenge, but we are committed to achieving this goal. Can you imagine? So Adire is what I'm speaking big English about now. Refineries are not working. Iron and steel industries are not working. It's Adire that I'm talking about. Even the Adire, the APC makes promises and don't fulfill it. And that's why they call them All Promises Council. That is APC. So this government, when they bring something to you, you only need to screen it, look at it very well before you start to jubilate, because everything they do, they say, ends in talking. They will just say it, and then they leave you, and then they leave you to live in the fantasy of what they have said, but they can never bring it to pass. That is how bad it is with APC government. So now that they have promised the direct producers in Ogun State that they are going to subsidize it, I wonder how they can subsidize it. And Adire is not the only product Nigeria is making, and it's not the major product Nigeria can use as export. Okay, we have not gotten subsidy in key areas. We're getting subsidy in Nigeria. Okay, that's fine. Give them subsidy and let them make a living. But will the subsidy be given, or will it not going to end in promises as usual? That is another big question to answer. So I don't trust these people. They are like, the more you look, the less you see. So federal government also planned to help establish industrial hubs for direct across the country to further boost revenue for women selling the fabric. Come federal government to subsidize direct production and stop importation. That is the agenda. I just hope that it will not end in all promises. Somebody is making a comment and say useless country, not a small thing. Another person said Nigerians are dying of hunger, and the president is talking about a direct production. Is the production of a direct going to put food on Nigerian table? Somebody say rubbish. Now so they talk about local rice that today we cannot even buy 2 mudu. Not a small thing. No. I won't support the idea of supporting tire importation of Adire. The importation of Adire. Federal government should make funds available for the local producers, support them with equipment that would make them produce more, and with time the masses would decide which one they want, if it is the locally made or the imported one. Because look at the rice production, how they inflated the price, and not that it is expensive from the producers. Stop all these gimmicks and provide enabling environment for the people to progress on their own accord. Steady power supply, good roads, and all that is what the people need. Exactly. Just give the Nigerians good infrastructures, and they will do their thing by themselves. That is Nigeria for you. They don't need you to subsidize or don't subsidize. So I say, before banning their direct products, the government must take the statistics of local production, take total local demand, and the proportion of import. This product is within the consumption class of the low income earners, and therefore any jump in price will be counterproductive. It will lead to shift okrika, or so the jump price will rise when the local quantity demanded is more than local production, which is supply. The forces of demand and supply will push the price up. Exactly. The truth of the matter is that we have people who are intelligent. They just speak English and they prove to people like they know what they're doing. But in the real sense, they don't know what they're doing. That is it. You close it. Meanwhile, you've not started any factory, and the next thing you start, make people start suffering. The same way you remove subsidy, meanwhile you cannot produce the fuel locally, and you are still importing it, and now it's causing problem. The same way you remove the exchange rate of, you remove the, or you started floating the exchange rate of naira. Meanwhile, you cannot supply the dollar needed by legitimate business people. So leave it. It's the same thing as usual. You ban the importation of rice, and you cannot produce locally. The price went up. So what else? Nigeria. All these people, anywhere benefits government, only God will handle you people. So thank you for listening. Let's have your comment.